Hey Muscle Machines fans, so today we got the 1965 Shelby Daytona Coupe. I ordered this off AliExpress, so I have to give you a warning. Those guys in China don't care about collectability, and frankly I don't either as far as packaging goes. So it showed up in a box like this, right? So if you actually keep things in package, you don't want to order from AliExpress. Me, I buy things because I want to actually look at them and touch them, so I don't really care. Anyway, Series 2 this is from, and those are the other cars if you want to pause the video. And what's the date on this actually? Series 2 came out in 2021. Okay. I thought I could rip this thing open. Anti-shoplifting stuff. Alright, I'm gonna have to bust out the scissors. Alright, well, it comes with the wasteful plastic base. This is a lot of plastic wasted, you know. The reason why it's a waste is you can't actually screw the car to it, so it just rattles around, you know. It's not really a useful thing. It's also huge. I feel like Muscle Machines, you could take this amount of plastic and save a lot of money by just putting on plastic headlights and taillights. Look at the difference in plastic you would have. And the toy would look so much better instead of just a big blob of silver paint, right? So get rid of these things because you already have the name on the bottom, which is smart. And make the model look nicer. Sell better models, not garbage. That went into the trash. And sorry, it's going to pollute your liver in a few months. Alright, well, here's some images. I spoke about this car a little bit when I reviewed the Kyosho, the realistic looking one, but I didn't actually find this website. It was the ShelbyAmericanCollection.org. And it tells the story of how Pete Brock designed this coupe because Shelby knew he needed a coupe to compete at Le Mans. The Roadster is way too unaerodynamic. So the coupe did become, you know, it was a faster car, but Pete Brock didn't have a wind tunnel. He just kind of drew what he thought would be faster and didn't have a way to test it. I mean, this is back in like the early 1960s, so. But it did, you know, it was better than the Roadster, that's for sure. It wasn't remotely close to the speed of a GT40, though. Okay, and that's a pretty rare sight in itself, I think. There aren't too many of these cars in existence. This number 13 car, without the blower, it came in 4th place at the 1964 24 Hours of Le Mans, and it did win one race at let's see, I'm looking at this website, the Brands Hatch race in 1965. It took 1st place. Okay, sorry, I was reading the internet, not looking at the model. So we have a nice metallic blue flake paint job on this guy. It's really nice. I'm going to move to the front here. What I don't really care for about this brand is how they mold in the brake rotor. But, you know, when's the last time you saw a white brake rotor, right? So I think it'd be better just without brakes at all, you know, entirely. Just have black air back there. Okay, the tires are nice though. Nice curvature to them. And then the side pipes here, they're okay. The bottom one seems better. It just has more black paint in the recess here. This recess, you know, it's either this is too little paint or that's too much paint, you know. It'd just be nice if there's the equal amounts. They are angled, you know, they're not vertical. They're not quite horizontal. They're at like a 45-degree angle. And I do see that kind of sort of in the side photograph. This is supposed to be a vent on the real car, but I think it can be opened or closed. I might be mistaken, but that's the impression I get in the photograph. This is some sort of latch to hold the clamshell down, and that thing is raised and painted silver on this one. The panel gaps are kind of wide. Oh well. This is probably the door handle, but I'm not sure. It is a bump on the toy here. And then I like that this 13 is a tampo print. It's not a decal. I don't think you can have decals on toys because the kids will like gnaw at it and eat plastic. There's some sort of vent detail here. It's just black here. There's no interiors on these Muscle Machines, so it's just a black opaque window, and it also seems kind of like a metallic black. It's quite interesting. I like it. So yeah, you just have plain silver headlights, you know, no three-dimensional printing like Hot Wheels does. They could have easily just had plastic inserts instead of that giant base again. If they want to improve, what do you guys think? Would you rather have that worthless base or a cooler looking toy with clear headlights? Alright, well, the white stripes here, they seem okay. It's interesting, the engine is not just a rectangle. It's actually this rectangle and then a smaller rectangle over here. So I guess this is supposed to be maybe well, it doesn't look like a pulley system. So I'm not sure, but for some reason this opening is not symmetric. And then, well, this engine isn't placed in line. It seems to be crooked, a little counterclockwise. But you have these bolt details for the air filter, some sort of raised emblem of some sort. And then there's gold paint here for the carburetor, so that's pretty cool. Some sort of inlets here, and I see those on the photograph. Same with this inlet here on the fender, so they got that detail. We have a little silver paint, which is nice to have, and these, I don't know if they're turn signals or running lights for the race. These are painted black. I think they might just be part of the casting. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's no black paint here. It's kind of weird that they wouldn't just paint the entire grill area black. They left this blue for some reason. I'm pretty sure that must be a brake duct. So, weird. Alright, moving to this side. I see a little detail here for some reason. Oh, I think those might be vents on the real car down there. Maybe it relieves pressure from the wheel well. This side, no fuel filler on either side. Oh, no, I missed it on this side. So there's a silver fuel filler here. Nicely done. Oh, the rear window actually has silver rivet marks printed on. So that's a really nice detail. I totally missed it. So something weird with like plastic. I don't know if you can see. There's a big splotch right there and a splotch right here. But it's opaque, so... Or is it? I don't know. I don't see any light coming in through here, so... Alright, the rear. Yeah, 13 looks good. We have some raised bumps for the taillights, and this one's got white and red. That one just obviously shows the red. It looks like these are smaller because of that white ring, you know, is missing. Maybe they would have been better to make these silver rings, so they would look equal on both sides. There's also 2 bumps here. I don't know, I don't see those on the... I see a bump on the photograph here. It's the light for the 13. I don't see a bump on this side though, so not sure why they added that. Maybe a different numbered Cobra Daytona has a bump there. Alright, well, the white stripes here, they're pretty good back here, pretty good on the roof, just not quite enough getting into that panel gap there. And then you can obviously see the rear tire is staggered in height, that is, and that's actually realistic. I mean, the real photograph, the thing has taller rear tires in the front. So if it actually wasn't for this blower, it's definitely a little deformed, but not greatly deformed from the actual photographs. Maybe go back and pause next to the side photo. I'm pretty sure they're going to come out with one with maybe the hood and no engine blower, although the hood is going to look weird because, you know, it's going to have a weird cutout hood. So, yeah, a really strange choice there. Okay. The base is made of metal, and it's nice that it's screwed together. But I have to warn you, I took one of these apart before, and the axles have barbs. They're really difficult to get the wheels apart. They're not knurled, they're not fluted, they're not straight. They literally have concentric barbs, and so it's almost impossible to get the wheels off. So keep that in mind. It is a really smooth roller because these are real toys meant to be played with, I guess. Maybe that's why it doesn't have clear headlights and taillights, because it's a toy, right? Because if it was a toy, that plastic might fall out and become a choking hazard for children. So that's a shame. So I guess Muscle Machines is doing the right thing. It's just that I want to have a cooler looking tuned vehicle. So, you know, they would have to increase the age rating. You know, maybe, yeah, you know, you don't want kids choking on these things, so That's the price you gotta pay when you ask for toys versus a scale model. Unfortunately, this is a toy. Alright, well, let's look at some other toys from the brand. So here's the Kyosho. So a more realistic non-toy apparently. It's more of a scale model because it does have the clear headlights. Right? And it has hollow, no brakes, wheels kind of thing. Right? The wheels look better. Yeah, it's just a better model if you're going for realism. But I already have it, so I like the Muscle Machines version. So here's the Muscle Machines Cobra Roadster. And that one's awesome. I prefer the Roadster. I actually don't find this to be an attractive vehicle. Here's a car with a blower, the old Vista Cruiser. Yeah, this thing's over the top. Although I would definitely prefer this without the blower. But again, look at the engine cutout. So, oh, I see. Look, see, the hood parting line is here. So this is actually right here, the brake. And so this hood is unique, I guess, to have the blower. The problem with this one is I don't see any panel cut, right? It's not on the clamshell either. So they may never make a Cobra without, that looks more normal unless they literally have a second casting, a second mold. So that's too bad. I would much rather have one without the blower. Alright, and then here we have the good old GT40 that would smoke that in the real world around Le Mans, like by many minutes per lap, that is. Alright, well anyways, yeah, cool. It's nice to have a little more American history in my collection. Most of my stuff is Asian and European because that's what the Chinese and Asian brands seem to want to do. For some reason, other than Mini GT, I guess, has the most American cars out of the Asian brands, but it's still proportionally very small compared to all the 6 billion Nissan Skylines that they do. Right, so it's nice to have a refreshing change, even if it is a cartoon car. And as you know, if you watch my channel, I like cartoon cars. I have many hundred videos on them. Alright, well this is a Resinworks figure. It's the only cartoonish driver I have. So if anyone knows of any other really small race car drivers that are cartooned, please let me know, because I'm kind of getting bored of displaying this guy. It seems like so much of my collection is competition vehicles, and even in my cartoon collection, and that's the only guy I can show. Alright, thanks for watching again today. So, what do you guys think again? If you guys want to push Muscle Machines to be selling more scale model stuff, maybe go to their social media. Maybe go to other people that review these things and make comments in their videos. Obviously you can make comments on mine, but I'm already complaining for you. So alright guys, we'll see you in the future. I'm definitely gonna get some more Muscle Machines in. Bye.